Previously on Ace Attorney.
Oh god, Jesus, jump scare. Him hating crime the way he does, and him becoming a prosecutor, and him being scared of earthquakes. It all started with that incident. Not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the poor. Why does everyone know that we're poor? You got time to go wild monster hunting? That's not terrifying at all. We've solved one mystery at least. A mystery? Gordy. I overheard the cops around to say something about the witness tomorrow. That is the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path here. Polly, the kids are home. Hello. Quack. Polly, have you forgotten something? Quack. Oh. Now all that's left in this trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. Man. We're in second day of trial. So, December 27th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Number 3. Are we always in the same courtroom? Can't quite remember. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edward. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, I also forgot what. I keep on forgetting what voice I've given Von Karma. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. I don't know why I put this cardigan over my shoulders because I'm not that cold. I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. Okay, let's just put this on my lap for now. Who is the judge here anyway? Honestly. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well, no opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Damn, okay, sir. I forgot this happened. Order. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah, must you question everything? It'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. Call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. That mysterious boat shop owner. I feel like this man's testimony will take more than 3 minutes. Like, there's no way. Witness, state your profession. Good morning. I am the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, that was. Please testify. Wait a second. I haven't heard who this old guy is. Recent objection, of course. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. I predict this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. The witness will state his name. Good morning. I'm not really sure, yep. What do you mean? Memory... Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we, witness? So you're not even going to try and identify him? Interesting. It was the night of the 24th, just after, midnight, yep. I was in the restaurant where I, rent boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang, yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well, I'd like to begin the cross-examination. Okay, there's nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict. Now. Yes? Mr. Wright? What the hell? Of course we're gonna cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Okay. Ah! Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. I'm glad the judge is kind of like disillusioned his disillusionment. Alright, we press everything. Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure, yeah. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. He fell asleep. That quickly. Okay. I asked him, and he remembered. Isn't that right? Good morning. Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly. I did, yep. You see? Continue. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Is there anyone who can verify that? I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be hard on the girl, Keithy boy! Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. My goodness. Then I heard a bang! And where did the bang seem to come from? Okay, sir. You can't just fall asleep every time you don't want to answer a question. I figure from the lake. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. Okay. Floating on the lake. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figure there were 2 men out there, yep. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yep, at the time, that is. At the time? Then I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots total. Yep. That's a lot of said in her testimony yesterday. That is true. But the results from the gun do say that there were 3 gunshots. So that's confusing. By your window? Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. Could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. I agree, sir. Because how else does this convict, Edward? This. I have a bad feeling about this. I am scared. That man was a defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Interesting. Are you sure? Oh man. Dad! We're dead, certain Keith! He said I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by, too. Huh. Interesting. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edward? It was him! That Edward's boy! Sir? This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Nick! I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. Better act quick, or this trial is going to be over. I mean, we have to raise an objection. There's no other option. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edward who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edward's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Raise another objection. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edward said I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. It's true, he's the only person. If he were telling a lie... Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good, there's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please? Can you hear me, sis? Please, we need your help. Nick needs you. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Hey now, enough. The witness may leave the stand. He literally fainted. Why didn't someone take him out earlier? My goodness. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. Wait, what? No, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Did I fuck up? No, I'm pretty sure... Wait. No. No. Oh? Not again. Hold on. Me! Huh? What? What? Larry, no! Why does this man always show up? Oh my god. Larry? What are you doing here? Are people just allowed to break into courtrooms? Listen! You gotta listen to me! I was there, in the park, at the night of the murder. And I wasn't sure about it just until yesterday, but today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot! I heard it too! This man is going to be his own downfall. For real. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. What? One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did! A gunshot! That night! I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony, and I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. I'm pretty sure... incorrect in many ways. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick! This is it! Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He can make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. Doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Okay, let's go. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What? What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Oh! Why is he standing like that? Why does he always have slippers? Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. I'm pretty sure you, have to prep witnesses, though. I think that's required. I'm pretty sure both teams also have to agree on the witness to some extent. I know very little about court proceedings, but I think that's true. You can't just have someone walk in and be like, I'm gonna testify. No. I think the defense team and the prosecuting team literally sit through interviews and interviews and interviews to then get someone into court to testify. But okay, we won't talk about that. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edward. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yeah. Said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon and the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right. Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. Honestly, that's a great question. Why haven't we asked him that earlier? When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. That's fair. I see. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? When karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick! No 10-minute trial this time! We'll milk this one for all its... I don't like that. Hey, it was 15 minutes! 15! Everything's on Larry now. It really is. This man is going to give us the answers we need, I guess. Hey, that wasn't 5 minutes, that was 7. That was a 7-minute recess. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Alright, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. When Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edward is right about this being our big break. Me too, buddy. That night I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. But I quietly slipped the boat back in the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Okay. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. You're totally right. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, why were you out on a boat? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There were so many things wrong, I don't even know where to begin. Well, okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, just so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something. Okay, cool. Looking for something. Yeah. Mr. BUTZ, what was it that you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. Poor man. So I quietly slipped the boat back in the rental shop dock. Around what time was that? Let's see. I figured I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12. Yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Where did the sound come from? Well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know? Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. But I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? That's the question here. Order, order. Well, Mr. BUTZ? Whoa, everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Cool. That's just all we needed to know. Okay, it's fine. So, after I heard that one gunshot, I went home. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? Guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry, I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Okay. So, what do we have? Faces the lake, sometime on the 24th or the 25th. At 12:15 there was a bang. I can tell that. And then there was another one at 11:50 p.m. Okay. So let's go back. And then let's probably present this. Single gunshot. Oops. Well, hold on. I didn't mean to do that. Go back to the last... Oh, frick, I passed it again! This testimony is like 4... Okay. So I might not present that yet, but... Overhead map, found the victim's body, fired 3 times, but I don't think we need to bring that up yet. It's 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight. So should I present this? Or should I present the Gordy thing first? I don't think that's relevant, so I don't really know. I'll try presenting this. We'll see. Wait a second, Larry? Huh? You only heard 1 bang? You sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying any attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. You gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. BUTZ. What? You only heard 1 gunshot. Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. How could you not be sure? Well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. Bro. Oh my god. Stop that booing! Mr. BUTZ, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That's a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Okay, well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Yes, please. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Ah. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. BUTZ. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this. Believe me. Alright. Okay. And it's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening into it real booming loud, like... But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. Interesting. You were listening to your radio at a high volume. Yeah, what's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? Sir, how? I need to remember this game came out in like 2005. It's okay. He's a boomer. It's all. I'm not upset. An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade, honestly. Let's see. Okay. So you turned on the radio, right? I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone? I shouldn't have said anything. Yeah, probably. But it's fun. An all-request show. Do you, by any chance, remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio, that was all we needed to know. Tell us, Mr. BUTZ, how loud was your radio set to that night? Real booming loud. Yeah, you know, and you had headphones on? Yep. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all, honestly. Oh, excuse me. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Can you prove that? No. No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it, but I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? Cool. Okay, so what did he say? That's what I want to know. What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We have to care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask? Okay, very well. Mr. BUTZ, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas." So you heard the gunshot before midnight. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Karno was right. I wasn't sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard, but there is a gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Alright, time to present some evidence. Sure, I heard that gunshot, exactly. Hey, it's almost Christmas. Okay, 12:15. An empty lake. Can I present this? I don't think this is it. Yeah, I don't really know. That's fine. Nope, I'm pretty sure. I've already pressed this though, right? Okay. Christmas Eve, all request show. Real booming, I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Almost Christmas. Should I present this one? Two sounds like gunshots just after midnight. There we go. That's the one. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when you heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When you heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But that contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. You're right. Excuse me. Order. Order, what does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. Damn. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. BUTZ's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? I think he's right. There were 3 gunshots total. So, this must have been one of them. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. I almost pressed the wrong button. Yay! 3 gunshots. This is my evidence. The murder weapon. Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. Well, when, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. It was actually the first shot. Order. Order. I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimonies. Bah, you waste our time again with your empty statement. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you have proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something? Do you have a photo? Yes. I do. There we go. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh, yeah. Huh. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why the photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Ah! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims. We got him, boys. Order, order. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, then there were 2 sets of gunshots, separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why? I don't know, bro. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? What's wrong, Nick? I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya? Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? What? Don't say fishy things, please. Please. Don't just... Oh, God, okay. Right, Nick. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. I'm confused, boy. I'm so confused. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So, you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well. Excuse me. The guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes. But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 00:15. Objection! But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edward could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are. I don't know, actually. Okay, so I think Edgeworth was on the boat. So then Edgeworth and the murderer? I really hope it does. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. Oh shit. It is exactly as the steel samurai. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. Oh, the murderer's name? I don't know. Actually, yeah, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Ah, again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. Mr. Boatman. Dad. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not on a boat? What? But, okay, where did the murder take place then? In the boat shop? I don't know! Oh my god. That's Samurai Dog. I'll try that. In the boat shop. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he can meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Couldn't have been on the lake, so like, that's about it. That night he was out on the lake in the boat, searching for something. Jay, what the hell? Was your lunch that good? Jay, stop! Thank you for the gifted subs, what the hell? Oh my god. Okay. So, Larry was out on the boat. That's what we were talking about. Larry was out on the boat looking for something, which we all know is his samurai thing. And then, okay, so he finds it, returns to the boat. Then, just as he's... Oh, huh? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. This makes sense. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shop. I feel smart for figuring it out without figuring it out. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. Okay. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. My goodness. Poor Polly. Jeez. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. When he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake, then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? The boat shop caretaker. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. That's a great question. Because the first shot missed? I don't think so. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, he falls. Oh! Truly a drama. Oh my god. Ooh. The murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him, here, causing Edgeworth to be framed. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. It doesn't explain why Lotta only got one photo then after 12. So maybe it's because they were close enough together that she didn't have time to refill her film? Because she did testify for 2 shots. The boat caretaker swam back to his shop, and he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Okay. But like, this man has to be the guy in the elevator then, right? Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Okay, this poor man. Traumatized after trauma, and trauma. You heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry. I can't say what it was. Huh. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Holy shit. Oh my god. Absolute chaos. What in the world? I mean, I guess they were just like, he's an old man. He's sleeping. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. The search warrant has already been issued. Goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to... Okay. I want to know who he is. Why did they phrase it like that? Very well, court is adjourned. Okay. It is adjourned, right? Not adjourned. Oh, someone tell me I'm correct. 1:22 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Yay, Nick! You did it! Yeah, well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. What about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry. But I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. Memory of a crime that I committed. Crime you committed? Memory of a murder.
Objection! Objection! Hold it! Hold it! Objection! Hold